We delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but rarely admit the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty. Maya Angelou. Chapter 23. Evie. June 2006. Evie and Stella had been given a to-do list by their mothers on the day of the party. They inflated colorful pool tubes, set baskets of beach towels down near each side of the diving board, and strung lights along the porch overhang. The boys had gone down to the vineyard storage room and come back with a portable dance floor to assemble. And Sia wandered from person to person, asking what she could do to help. "Nothing until you wash those sticky hands," Evie told her. The child was working a blow pop down to the stick and had managed to get the blue raspberry coloring all over her face and hands. "Then can I help?" Sia asked. "Absolutely. Mom has a few things she wants Stella and me to pick up. You can come with us if you'd like to," Evie said, pointing to the house. "Now go. We're leaving in 5 minutes." "Do you want me to come in and help you?" Stella asked. "Nope," Sia answered cheerfully. "I can do it myself. I'm 7 now." The vineyard had closed to the public by 6 o'clock that evening, and, although there was a wedding at the carriage house, Demi had assigned her assistant and a competent crew to handle the event. Guests of all ages seemed to pour in by the dozen. The Greek weather gods had sprinkled fortune over Long Island, granting a warm, sunny day to make the festivities perfect. Children swam in the heated, in-ground pool. Men hovered around the outdoor bar, and the teens were playing volleyball or bopping about on the dance floor. "Where's your guy from school?" Dean asked, smirking. "Your mom has been waiting to meet him." "He's not my guy," Evie corrected her stepfather. "But he'll be here soon." "I need to refill the ice buckets," Dean said, grabbing them off the bar. "I can do it." Evie took the buckets from him and headed inside the house. She filled them with fresh ice and was about to head back outside when the doorbell rang. With all the noise and commotion in the back, she assumed any newcomers would have the sense to head directly there. "Hey," Evie said, when she opened the door to find Zach standing on the front porch with a tray of pastries his mother had baked. "Hey, thanks for inviting me." Awkwardly, he hugged her, almost dropping the platter. "I got it," Evie said. "My mom made them." "I'll give them to my— Oh, here she comes. Mom!" Evie waved her over. "Mom, I'd like you to meet Zach. He's the Greek boy I met at school." "Zach, it's nice to meet you," Sophia said. Her mother had the smile you wear when smiling for the camera a little too long. Evie tried to conceal the smirk on her face as she watched her mother take in Zach's appearance. "Why don't you kids go out and enjoy the party?" "Thank you," Zach said politely. "It's nice to meet you, Mrs. Papadakis." "You too, Zach." No one else seemed put off by Zach's appearance. He immediately clicked with Nikki, Christos, and Paul. The 4 of them teamed up with RJ and Adam for a volleyball match against a group of girls, and after that, they hit the dance floor. When the DJ switched from Sean Paul's Temperature to Zorba the Greek, the insanity began. When the music shifted from one traditional Greek song to another, the competition became fierce to outdo one another. Ultimately, it became a battle of jumps and kicks between Christos, Zach, and another boy they knew from youth group. Stavros went wild with excitement, joining his grandson and the others on the dance floor. With a white napkin in hand, he took the lead, swinging it high above his head in rhythm with the song. "That's enough showing off," Michael teased the boys. "Let the old men have a crack at it," he said, as he, Dean, and Alex joined his father-in-law. At least a half-dozen other men jumped in, bracing each other arm to shoulder, each taking a turn, leading with the white linen. Evie and Stella cleared some tables off and took the empty plates into the house. "I wish you had seen my mother's face when I introduced her to Zach," Evie said, placing the dishes in the sink. I don't think he's exactly the kind of Greek boy she had in mind for me. You didn't invite him here just to make a point to Aunt Sophia, did you? He's a really nice guy, Evie, Stella said. I'm not saying he's not, Evie defended. Let's just say I don't think my mom will be on my back anymore. Stella's eyes grew wide, and Evie turned to see what they were trained on. Evie froze when she saw Zach emerge from the hallway. Is it true? Zach moved in closer to her. Is what true? Don't play with me, Evie. Stella pointed to the door. I think they need me outside. She was gone in an instant. Is it true that you only asked me here because you thought your mother wouldn't approve of me? Evie didn't know what to say. She nervously picked at her nail polish. I guess I have my answer, Zach bit out. He drew in a deep breath and closed his eyes. When he opened them, his stare could have frosted a pot of boiling water. I liked you, but you never gave me a chance. Even through your sarcasm and your unapproachable attitude, I saw something in you I connected with. Something I felt was special. Evie was cut off when Zach held his hand up for her to stop. The one thing I didn't think you were was cruel. But I was wrong. You are. Cruel. I would never use anyone the way you just used me. Evie shook her head slowly. She felt awful, and the lump in her throat was almost as constricting as the tightness in her chest. Please thank your parents for me. He turned and walked toward the hall leading to the front door. Evie ran up to her room. She wanted to be alone and wished the party was over. What had she done? She felt like the worst person in the world. Again. Why did she do these things? Somehow, she needed to make this up to Zach, but she had no idea how.